Detroit, and this is
Jalen Duren who?
yeah, well, this is something that J.B. Bickerstaff talked about prior to the start of this game. He said Paul Reed's an unsung hero for this team. As Jakob, and that three doesn't go. Jakob Poeltl unable to grab the rebound, and the Pistons out to an 8-2 start. And Scotty Barnes takes it away from Cunningham. RJ attacking. University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, not 30 minutes away from where he currently plays in downtown Detroit. Shot clock at 5. Here's Scotty B spinning around over Cunningham.
Good patience.
And points in the paint, 57 tonight. Here's Scotty with a left. Gets his own rebound. Going to work. Sends it to Quick underneath. Quick kicks it out. B.I. with an up fake on Harris. Puts it on the deck. Goes in. Swooping through, and he lays it up. Mentioned that Jakob played December the 21st the last time, so it has been a while. R.J. Barrett blown coverage and lays it up and through.
The Raptors are kind of where the Pistons were a year ago.
Barnes backing in. Here's Mamu with the three. That's good.
Well, he is the game the other day. His defense on Sunday afternoon against Indiana.
Walter, the three, doesn't go. Scotty on the scene.
He's done a beautiful job in the Motor City, and their fans have responded.
Cares LeVert, and a turnover. Walter, Scotty with the left-handed slam.
Scotty B. Look at this disruptive. He and Jacoby Walter doing a great job. Give, go, hello! The lefty. Ooh. And then Jenkins on that last play. Great job.
A team that doesn't shoot the three well, they want to see if Herder, who's a career 37% three-point shooter,
but he has struggled of late, Matt.
The last 2 seasons. And there's Walter connecting the court with Grady Dick quickly. Walter and R.J. Barrett. Cunningham, Green, LeVert, Herder, and Smith, and Jakob Poeltl.
Well, they have a great lineup, and Emmanuel quickly working beautifully right down the gut of the defense, and Poeltl, those quick steps, the beautiful hands. 32% Cade Cunningham from behind the arc. But when a guy gets in the zone, you got to adjust to it.
3-ball, good.
In terms of just watching him do his thing out there.
I just be so proud of him. I see how much work he put in, his work ethic, like the early mornings, like the twice going to the gym he do every day. Like it motivates me.
Absolutely. I'm sure I'm taking up.
As we head to the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Backing in Ingram. Shed back over to B.I. Shake shimmy. Working on Jenkins. Fading. Oh, sweet touch.
That's a heck of a shot. How you got to guard in the half court and how you got to improve with your half court offense. Nothing's easy.
Scotty B.
2 guys to the ball.
Yeah, coming, and guess what? Able to bat that one back in. Cade Cunningham attacks. Thompson denied by Scotty. Go batted out. Controlled by Detroit. They've turned it over 10 times, leading to 11 points. Reed denied by Scotty.
And this is why he's going to the All-Star game. Some of the impact plays he makes. Get that garbage out of here!
85 has it knocked away. Reed all over. B.I. gets it to Shed. Still time on the clock. RJ spots up. 3 is good from Mississauga. Raptors out on the run. Numbers. Quick. Push shot. And it's Cunningham with a bucket. And he's got 5.
Cold-blooded.
To begin the third.
Cold-blooded. Great player. And just coming in here, no nonsense.
Jakob Poeltl. Scotty. Clock at 5. Using the left. Jakob Poeltl on the weak side. Bats it in. Back to 18. B.I. rises up. And he fills it up. on a 2-year, $11 million deal. And next year, his deal as RJ finishes is non-guaranteed. With it. Here's B.I. B.I. working along the end line. Scotty. Here's Quick. Open three. Connects.
Yeah, when he's able to get his feet under him and get his shoulders.
Loss, whatever, all of a sudden they were under 500 against 500 teams. So it's really when you take that team on, what is their record? The Raptors are 15-15 in those games. And against teams under 500, is that bucket is good by quickly.
Each other. And something that I've never really experienced before when it comes to even my collegiate career. We really believe in each other. And of course, you've seen it. We have each other's backs.
And then when they start making threes, watch out. The best record, and you mentioned earlier in the broadcast about three-point shooting, how good they are as Mamu finishes when they don't shoot.
Discouraged if you're him. Use it as fuel. Use it as motivation. Here in the last 27 games coming up.
Grady knocks it down from St. Catherine's. Well tomorrow as Levert knocks down the three. They're 13 for 27 from three. And then you manage that back-to-back. Here's Ingram, and he's got 10 points.
And that's why you mentioned that. If you're a Raptor fan, even though you're struggling tonight, you're thinking where the Pistons were a year ago, the 500 team. You're going into the All-Star break 9 games over 500. What can you do now in these final 27 games?
It's on a Monday, and for them a little bit of a reclamation project, right? Can he find that rhythm that he had in Atlanta? And then you go to Sacramento, and things don't progress there. Scotty B on the inside, and then you end up in Chicago, and two struggling programs, but now you're in Detroit. Here's Scotty underneath.
It's interesting you mentioned that about Herter. I think sometimes when you're in a situation, what do they say, high expectation, high achievement takes place in the game before the All-Star break, and there was no let up. This was just, you came in here, they've just been ruthless and competitive and tough.
B.I. drains the three.
Picking up Thomas from the Nets. And,
I'm trying to salvage.
Yeah, they still haven't kind of
21 and 30 now, 22 and 30, and that three-pointer, good. Two-pointer, pardon me, in the first round, where they needed to go, what they needed to do as far as the roster makeup of the team. And what's interesting, will 44 be that number for that 6th spot or not, or will it be this year even a little bit higher?
That's a good point.
Because you look around and, through all of this that we've seen tonight, the 48 minutes, 32 wins. A season ago, they had 30.
They've come a long way, and the guys you're looking at on the other end, you look at and say, okay,